What with the economy, what are the big trends that you're seeing now, and what do you think is going to happen in the next 6 to 12 months or even further?
Please don't take what I say for gospel, and I don't quite have a crystal ball. But let me just say a little bit from my experience. So what we are seeing with our customers, we actually, well, obviously, like many companies, quite concerned about, like, we're going into a year with a lot of doom and gloom. Everybody's talking about recession. There's all these layoffs happening, right? What does that mean, for us? What do we need to do, as a business? And how is that going to impact our customers? And what are they going to renew with us, and so on and so forth? So obviously, from our side, we are, looking, being cautious around managing costs and investment, and not scaling up too fast with hiring. But we are effectively a bootstrap business, and we've been running our business, like a bootstrap business. So we're pretty capital efficient, profitable. We're not going crazy and hiring people for 12 months that, in 12 months time that we don't, now that we need for 12 months time. And so we've not needed to kind of make any layoffs or kind of major changes to the plan. And actually our plan for this year has an ambitious 60% growth on revenue. And part of that is because we're expanding internationally, as well. And the growth on the Dublin event and our international expansion. So when we're speaking to our customers in Q4, a lot of them, and some of them we took them out for lunch, some we just kind of, we're speaking to on the phone or email. They were all doing their budgets in Q4 and Q1, right? And they're all obviously then looking at what's happening in the market and speaking to their CFOs and seeing what they do. And we were told that, in some instances, they had like 3 plans, right? One was a, go big kind of plan. One was a let's go for growth. And one was, okay, we really need to be kind of cautious and like really kind of limit anything that we do kind of this year. And what we've found is most of our customers are kind of sitting in the middle. They're not going for their like, let's, go all out for growth this year, because I mean, it would be pretty kind of tone deaf, if they did that. And they're being a bit more cautious. So what we're seeing is that a lot of them are kind of matching their spend, or maybe slightly increasing their spend with us from last year. But they're saying to us that they wanted to go bigger, but because of the market, they're not going that much bigger. So they are renewing, which is good. And we actually had a record quarter last quarter for Q4. Which was good. So, it's given us a bit of peace of mind, and also January is turning out to be, strong for us as well. So actually we're seeing for us that the market in SaaS, in the space where we play, is actually still pretty healthy. Everybody is being cautious and not going, clearly not going to kind of too crazy with their certainly conference spend. So it's kind of good news for us. I think where the challenges lie is obviously some of the public companies, their valuations have been massively hit, and therefore that they've kind of drastically reduced a lot of their spend on some of the events that they're doing, we don't have a lot of those as customers. And I think in the instance, and like happy to say this, like let's say like Zoom Info, for instance, was a customer of ours last year. This year in 2023, they're not renewing with us for the moment, based simply on the fact of what's happening kind of in the public markets. So that's like in terms of the impact to our business. Like we are still getting a lot of existing and new business. It still seems pretty positive. Nobody's going crazy on the spend, even though it's kind of not cheap. We're hearing things like from one company. They did something like 124 events last year, and now they've cut it down to 50, and we are one of those 50. So significant cuts in the amount, but we're seen as a core or key event, and that's kind of good for us, and I think testament to us as well.